2022 has been one of the craziest years of my entire life. Literally, my entire life has changed. I don't even recognize who I am at this point because how different my mindset is, how different my lifestyle and my exact life has changed over the course of 12 months. My name is Hamza Zafar. I'm a 7-figure Airbnb host making $5 million a year on Airbnb. Exactly 1 year ago to this very day, I called my boss at my 9 to 5 and I told him I quit my job. I'm no longer going to be working here anymore and going to be working on my business full time. I decided to go all in for 2022. My goal was to grow my business as much as I possibly could, and I could not do that while working a 9 to 5. So I'm going to do a little recap of my entire year and tell you exactly how I grew the business, how much money I made, life events that happened to me, where I traveled to, and exactly what my life's looking like now and what I plan for 2023. All right, so January just started. I just quit my job and now I decided to work on the business full time. Mentally though, I needed a break. It was a long year working my 9 to 5 and growing the business. I needed a break, spiritually and specific. I booked tickets for my entire family, mom, dad, wife, and all my brothers. I decided to go and take everyone to Saudi Arabia for Umrah. That is something that I felt like I needed to do at this point in my life. Right after we all finished Umrah, I took the entire family to Dubai. Now, while I was in Dubai, living my life, on vacation, having the blast of my life, I was growing the business remotely and the business running itself. Keep in mind, I'm in a complete opposite time zone in Dubai. So the business is literally running by itself, fully automated as I'm sleeping during the day in Dubai. At the end of January, I had 67 units in my portfolio and made $155,000 in total revenue. February, I came back from Dubai and started to work my business and keep growing it more. The majority of the month of February was really uneventful. All I really did was just negotiate with landlords and building owners to start all these new units for the next month because I did not want to start new units during the slow month of February. I added on a total of only 5 units during the entire month of February, which brought my total unit count to 72 units. My revenue for the month was $149,000. Now March. Kept working on the business, kept living my life, kept enjoying life, and kept growing the company. During this month, I had a lot of units start. I had almost 38 units start just this month alone. So I had to fly out to multiple cities, multiple times to get everything situated, started, and automated, and then fly back home. By the end of the month, I had 99 units in the portfolio and made $240,000 in total revenue. Now we're in April. I'm currently still living in Detroit. I'm living in Michigan, and I decided, you know what, I want to move to Dallas. I really wanted a change in my life, and Dallas was one of the places that I wanted to move to. I was still too close to my hometown, and I was still too close to the lifestyle that I was really comfortable with. There's no growth in life until you're uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, that's when you grow as a person. So I wanted a new experience in life and decided we're gonna move to Dallas. During this time, I added a total of 24 apartments to the portfolio. This brought my total unit count to 123 units. My total revenue for the month was $265,000. Now we're in May. My wife and I are fully moved into Dallas. We're furnishing our apartment. I leased an amazing space. And for me, this was a huge psychological barrier. The most amount of rent I've ever paid in my entire life was $1,300. Before that, the most I ever paid was only $1,000. So this new apartment that I leased, it was a $4,200, 1,600 square foot, 2-bedroom apartment in downtown Dallas. I realized that my biggest problem and one of my biggest flaws was having a saving mindset. My mindset needed to change and I had to have a more income producing mindset. What I realized was making all this money, what is the point if I don't spend it? And if I'm scared of spending money, just go and make more money. So this is the turning point of my mindset where I realized I need to stop saving money, stop living frugally anymore. I'm not poor, I'm actually rich, and I can go spend my money and live a nice lifestyle. Living in this beautiful apartment actually made me work even harder, grind even more, because I woke up every single day to a beautiful view in a beautiful apartment. As I got situated in Dallas, I started developing a routine, lifetime fitness every day, basketball runs in the afternoon, working on the business in the middle, and then going out for restaurants and going shopping with my wife in the evening. At this time, I only added 5 apartments total to the portfolio because I was so busy in my own personal life with the move. 128 units total for the month of May, and my revenue was $397,000. My revenue went up almost $125,000, and I only added 5 more units. You're probably wondering, how is that possible? It's because May was the really beginning of the huge peak for every single one of my properties due to seasonality. Now we're in June. Really in June, all I did was just live life. My wife and I went out for dinner all the time. We went shopping, just had a really eventful, fun life. The business running itself, I'm working an hour to 2 hours maximum on the business, and we're just planning our vacations for July. I only added one apartment to the entire portfolio for the entire month, simply because I wanted to stack more cash, build more reserves, and I was just having fun, living my life with my wife and enjoying and going out every single day. So I finished off June with 129 units, and my total revenue for the month was $430,000. Now July happens, and my wife and I decided to take a 6-week vacation. This was long overdue. I've been grinding so hard for the last few months, I wanted to take a nice big long break and enjoy time with my family and my wife. We went all over Italy, Amalfi Coast, Milano, every single city possible in Italy. We went to Greece, we went to every single island possible. We went to Switzerland, we went to Paris, we went to France, we went to London, we went to Turkey, Istanbul, ate at the most expensive restaurants, stayed at the most expensive hotels and resorts. We had the time of our lives. For that entire 6 weeks, not once did I even pick up my phone and even look at what's happening in the day-to-day business operations. My team knew that I was unavailable. Because of all the automations, SOPs, the systems that I've built, my business was thriving, running itself while I was in Europe enjoying my life for those 6 weeks. I only added about 4 units, so my total count at the end of the month was 133 units. My total revenue was $470,000. So I come back mid-August, half the month of August was spent in Europe. At this point in my life, I decided I'm gonna move back to my hometown, Windsor, Ontario for a few months due to my own personal life reasons. When I came back from vacation, I was fully energized and ready to hit the ground running. And before I left back to Canada, I wanted to grow the business as much as I possibly could during those 2 weeks. I added a total of 22 units to the entire portfolio, which finished the month off at 155 units. My revenue for the month was $384,000. Now in September, I'm living in Windsor, Ontario. It's a small town in Canada, right across the border from Detroit. At this point, I really didn't grow the business because again, I was really busy with the move. The unit count stayed the same at about 155 units. The total revenue for the month was $343,000. Now, life is all situated in October. I'm living life and I decided I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini. And that's what I did. I spent an entire 2 weeks looking for one. I flew down to Montreal, bought a Lamborghini Huracan in all cash, enjoyed it, and had a really fun time living and experiencing that lifestyle of what it's like to own an exotic supercar. The Lamborghini Huracan itself costed me around $300,000 Canadian. After tax, I almost paid total $340,000, and I paid in all cash. No financing, no loans, no interest, all cash. During that month of October, also, I was furnishing 40 apartments. From September to October, I was working on a really big deal. As you can see through my life story on Instagram, I documented the entire journey of how I grew 40 apartments that month alone. My total unit count at the end of October was 180 apartments. Total revenue for the month was $444,000. November, I really didn't do much. I only added about 2 units total to the entire portfolio and just really lived my life. Total unit count was 182 units. Total revenue was $359,000. Now we're in the month of December. Today, the day I'm recording this video is December the 22nd. I've added on almost 20 more apartments just this month alone. So my total unit count for the month is 204 apartments. Looking at my financials, I'm on track to finish the month off at $404,000 in revenue on 204 apartments. In total, this year, my business generated $4 million in total revenue. My average profit percentage on this arbitrage business ranges anywhere from 30% all the way to 45% during the high seasons. So you can do the math on how much net profit I actually collected on $4 million in total revenue. Currently right now, I'm negotiating and working on deals for 30 to 60 apartments over the next 60 days. Right now is literally the best time of the entire year to start in a rental arbitrage business. Multifamily buildings are hurting and they're willing to give 10, 20, 30 apartments with 1 month, 2 months, 3 months free to arbitrage operators like myself. They need these vacancies filled as fast as possible, and you're the only person that they can lease to in bulk. I am well on my way to making $1 million a month. That is my goal to hit by next time July. I calculated for me to hit $1 million in a month, I need to have 350 units. So currently I'm at about 200. So I need to almost double my entire business to get to that $1 million month mark. I know I can do it. It's only a matter of time. So yes, 2022 was a very eventful year for me. The biggest change that I can definitely say, I changed my mentality from being a conservative saver to a spender. And the only reason why I'm now comfortable spending lots of money is because it forces me to go make more money. Every time I fly now, I'm always flying first class or business class international. When my wife and I travel, we only stay at the nicest hotels, the JW Marriott, Four Seasons, St. Regis, W Hotel. I'm only staying at the nicest of places possible. I now have an addiction to looking at and buying expensive cars. Right now, I'm currently on the market and looking for a Lamborghini Urus to add to the collection. One of my goals for the summer is to buy a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. That car alone is $1 million car. Just that month of July, I'm gonna make $1 million. In about 3 to 4 weeks, I'm moving back to Dallas for good. At least for the next 3 years, I'm not gonna be moving anywhere else. Just the apartments that I'm looking at on where I wanna live are penthouses ranging from $8K a month to $10,000 a month. Saving money is a poor people mindset. I had to remove the years of brainwashing of saving money and learn how to spend money, live life to the fullest. I'm only 26 years old. I'm gonna look back one day and look at the lifestyle that I lived. I'm okay with this because I know I can always go and make more money to live the lifestyle and afford everything. As you saw during this year, I didn't watch movies, I didn't play video games, I didn't watch any TV shows, I literally just grinded. And if I wasn't grinding, I was either on vacation, traveling the world, enjoying time with my wife, or at the gym working out or playing basketball. Those are really the only things that I do in my day-to-day life that I actually enjoy and have fulfillment from. I don't know what 2023 holds, but I'm really eager and excited to find out. And I want to bring you guys along on this journey to see where it's going to take me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you appreciate this video that I'm making for you. It's just to give you some type of motivation and how different your life can be in 12 months if you actually grind hard every single day. Literally 1 year ago, exactly to today, I was a 9-to-5 corporate slave working a slave engineering job, making 70 grand a year. Now I'm making $500,000 a month, driving a Lambo, living the life of my dreams, traveling the world, working 3 to 5 hours in an entire week. If you want to learn how I've done this in such a short period of time, click the link below. There's a free training and a free ebook. It's completely free. You don't have to pay a single dollar. And I cover and show you exactly what I've done, how I've done it in such a short period of time, and how I've set the business up to where I'm only working 3 to 5 hours a week, making all this money and living the life of my dreams.